Hello, I am Drag, and today I am joined with Ram, or DrowningArrows, as you all may know him.
Hello, world. Hi, it's me.
What was that delayed pause?
I didn't know that you wanted me to say anything.
Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. With my handle on. You had the idea of drawing poorly described Pokemon, but I think we did a pretty good job, don't you, Fran?
Yeah, I think so too. Yep. Yeah, we
Yeah.
did.
Ooh, a bit hesitant there. What about?
Well, we did okay, I guess. At best, we did all right.
Okay.
And I'm talking about my experience, like describing the Pokemon for you. Okay, Pokemon number 1. Okay, this Pokemon has what I would call 6 arms coming out of its back. They are each adorned with a spike at the end. This Pokemon's body is long and snake-like, but fat at the same time, like thick. It's wearing what seems to look like a mask, like the kind of mask that you would wear in an old ball, if that makes any sense. It also looks like it has feet, like 6 feet on each side. Oh, and also on its neck, it's got like spikes coming out, like just to think about, like they look like ribs. So, okay, so the head with the mask on, then there's like a neck thing, and on that neck thing, there's spikes coming out that kind of look like ribs. Those spikes are yellow. And then you go down to what I would call like the stomach, and then from that stomach, there's 3 spikes coming out that look like really short feet. And then from there, you keep going to the tail, and in the tail, there's I think, yeah, there's 2 spikes coming out from each side of the tail. So, the main color is gray when it comes to the body. It's got red and black stripes. So yeah, that's the first Pokemon.
This first Pokemon, the way that you described it, mine kind of ran wild. Oh, please forgive me if it does not look exactly like the Pokemon that I described.
Okay, let's see it. Oh, you did it. You did it. I like it. That's the one. It's so chubby.
He said he was fat and long.
He is fat and long.
Okay, so
I love it.
so confirm, what Pokemon is it?
It's supposed to be Giratina.
Okay,
And it
that's what
is. It's a fat Giratina. I love it.
For the next Pokemon, this was the one that gave me so much trouble.
Okay, so the next Pokemon is a very simple Pokemon. So this Pokemon is circular with a dot in the middle. Then on its, if I'm staring at it, on the right side, there is a triangle coming out. And in the bottom of the circle, there is a line. So then on the right side of that line, there's another line sticking out going towards the right. And then if you follow the main line that I told you about, there will be 2 lines sticking out. They kind of look like feet. The main colors are black and white.
Oh God, I'm actually kind of embarrassed. Is that
Listen. It was really hard to describe too. So.
If you say so.
Oh my god, that is so cute. Actually, that would be an awesome Pokemon.
Pokemon was it?
You don't have a guess?
No, I have no idea.
Unknown F.
What? Unknown?
Yeah, Unknown F.
What?
Unknown F.
Ooh, no! I rejected this.
Yeah. The next Pokemon is a very strange one. There is a body, I would say, and It's got plenty of appendages coming out of it. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things sticking out of it. There is a hole on the body which reveals its face. Its eyes are, just picture them sad eyes. So they're drawn kind of slanted, and it's got a really sharp frown, like it's an arrow kind of. So towards the middle of its abdomen, I guess, it's got 2 pudgy little arms or little stumps that resemble arms, and then there's it looks like it's kind of like fleshy colored that connects it to the base of the design. And the base of the design looks like it's got 4 little pudgy legs. It's also smaller, like the bottom part, that base is smaller than the top part that I described. Yeah. And the main colors seem to be white and pink. Good luck with that one.
Okay, this next Pokemon was very interesting, and I hope. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
I've cheated a little bit with this one.
You cheated a little bit with this one?
Yeah, because way that you were describing it, I was like, what? No Pokemon looks like that. And then the Pokemon just popped into my head. Then I looked up, I was like, oh my god, it can't be that Pokemon. And I looked it up and I was like, oh my god, it's that Pokemon. And
Dragmire.
Oh, I know.
You're supposed to follow instructions.
I know.
Okay, let's see it. Oh, you got it. Yes.
This one was actually kind of the biggest struggle because I had to okay, I have no idea what this Pokemon is. I had to go back to that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
That was just something else.
Yeah, that's a thing too. For me, when I thought I knew the Pokemon, I don't necessarily remember exactly what they look like, but it looks nice, even though you cheated.
The sort of tech.
But you got it. I think it's
sort of. Okay, so this next one I had a lot of fun with.
The next Pokemon is very fancy. So we begin with its head. Its head is shaped like a head. On top of it, it's got a circle, made out of glass. And behind those circles, there's little spikes made out of glass, the same glass material. So then its eyes look like they're made out of the same material as its crown. It also has earrings that are made out of glass, pink glass. It's got these weird appendages coming out from the back of its head, and at the end of each appendage, this is like a flat appendage, by the way, and each appendage at the end has a triangle cut out of it, and then at the end there's also 2 little gems hanging off of it. Okay, now I mentioned this Pokemon is really fancy because, going back to its body description, it's wearing like a white cloth on its abdomen, and then from underneath that cloth there is just a big upside down triangle made out of the gem, and then around that triangle there's just bigger crystal like things coming out that make it look like it is protruding. The crystals make it look like a dress, and at the end of those crystals in the back, because the front is really exposed, in the back there are little crystals hanging off the bigger crystals. Yeah, the main colors, from as far as I can tell, are pink. Its body, or its skin, I guess, is a grayish color. That cloth around its abdomen is white. So yeah.
I immediately figured out which Pokemon you were talking about, but I did not look up references for this one. Okay, I didn't look up... you know what I mean, right? I didn't look up references for anyone.
Except Corsola?
Didn't look up references for it. I was like, it can't be that Pokemon. And then I looked it up, and then it fit everything that you were describing.
Okay.
I cheated by reference.
Confirming.
That's it.
Well, no. If that's the case, then I cheated too. Because once I drew everything, I'm like, it has to be these Pokemon. But I didn't know Yeah, but it was like definitely after I drew all of them. All right, let's see it. Oh my god, that is so nice. Yeah, you definitely knew the Pokemon, right?
You were like, oh, it's this. And I'm like, oh my god, I know exactly what Pokemon.
Okay, so you know the Pokemon, but
it was Mega Diancie.
yeah, that's what it was supposed to.
This next one, this was the one that actually had me stumped at first until, like, once you quiet the storm of your mind, drown out all distractions, only then will you be able to achieve absolute focus. That was this one.
Our next Pokemon has a very circular head surrounded by what looks to be a collar, but the collar makes its head look like it's a pea in a pod. The head has 2 antennae. Its eyes are just circular. Now its neck is very thin. It leads into its torso, which is also pretty thin. Its arms are thin as well. It doesn't have fingers or thumbs or anything really. Its hands look like grass. So then you go down from the torso into like its midsection, and its legs look like more grass coming out, and then there's like a big leaf coming out of its butt, kind of. So as you can guess, this Pokemon's colors are greens and yellow, greens and yellow. So that's the description I have for this Pokemon. All right.
But I had to go off your description.
Yeah, you did.
And your description said that this Pokemon had a leaf sticking out of its ass.
Listen.
So that's what I drew. Like I remember that this was a YouTube video, so I couldn't draw exactly what I saw in my head.
Oh no. And now that I see the drawing, I remember my description of it. I said that its hands were made out of grass.
It's Leavanny, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Oh, so far, all of yours could actually be like Pokemon. Well, you got Giratina. It's just Giratina's really fat.
His arms are buff. Okay,
this Pokemon is a little challenging, to be honest. I don't really ever see this Pokemon anymore. So anyway, this Pokemon's head is very spiky, okay? It's very spiky. Its eyes look mean, so if you can picture that. Its mouth kind of looks like a jack-o'-lantern mouth. It also looks very spiky. Then it's got wings, and the wings look like spiky leaves, sort of. Then you go down to its arms. Its arms are pretty long. Imagine thinner for alligator arms. It's got 3 fingers with claws. It's got spikes that lead from the elbow to the wrist. 3 spikes. So you got that. Then its torso has a weird bumpy pattern that goes from the neck all the way down to the crotch, I guess. It's got 2 legs. It stands on 2 legs. And it's got 3 claws on its feet. And then in the back, there's a spike coming out of it. It's got a tail, and there's what I assume, because I cannot see the back, but I assume it's got spikes in the back and it's got a tail. And yeah, it's a very unique Pokemon.
So last one, you did not give me a color description, but I knew what Pokemon it was, so...
You took pity on my soul.
No.
Yes. I completely forgot that I described this Pokemon to you. Wow, you did amazing. It's really good, but it's definitely like we're drawing from memory, because obviously once you think about the descriptions and everything, and you know the Pokemon, you can't avoid thinking about it.
Yeah, that was actually like the hardest part. Is like, oh shit, crack color. I get black and white. Looking back, I probably could have. But...
Yeah, no, it's a nice one. I thought that I did describe the color.
You just said it was a very unique.
But yeah, I think overall it looks like the actual Pokemon. Honestly, you know what? I'm very vengeful. No, just kidding. I think you did great. I think it's 10 out of 10. To be honest.
Come on, do not do to me.
10 out of 10. Because first of all, you gave me fat Giratina.
That's already fat.
And honestly, I wasn't expecting it when I said it's fat and long, but I live for it. And your Diancie is, what do the kids say nowadays? Poppin'. I love all of them. So yeah, 10 out of 10. You did great.
Oh my god, do you guys hear this?
Listen,
Full of rage.
I'm a vengeful person, all right? Like I said.
He once kicked a small child and then took her candy.
Yes, that is true. You will see videos of that on my channel.
Yeah. That's actually great segue. That's actually the kind of content that Fran posts. No. He posts speed paints, similar to how I do. His stories are much more interesting.
No, they're not.
They are. Accept it. You need to accept it.
They're not more interesting.
He is.
I just talk about what I'm drawing. But yeah.
Like, it's the way that you so genuine.
Thank you. That's nice.
Rest hand on Fran's boob.
What? What about my boobs?
Well, if you guys want to follow Fran, I strongly recommend his channel. He is an amazing artist, and he does. Oh my god, his realism is just fantastic. Those puppies from the river, you threw them into another smaller sized river.
Yes, and people will see that on my channel. I draw portraits of me committing my crimes.
It's actually quite interesting. He will be linked below, and end card. He'll be at the end card, linked at the end card at the end. But thank you for joining us, Fran.
Yay! Thank you. Thank you for being a part of the project and for accepting this idea that we came up with. I think.
Yeah. Thank you for watching and hopefully listening. And yeah, bye.